screen share. Okay, cool. So you guys should be able to see my screen. This is going to be a very laid back training. However, I am going to give you a lot of content here tonight. So I'm going to try to keep it 90 minutes tops, hopefully an hour. It all depends on how things go. But anyway, this is the group here. It's called Reginald Stinson's Mastermind. All right, Reginald Stinson Mastermind at the moment. Okay, it may change or it may stay the same. However, this training here is called Internet Marketing Phenom Live. Okay, so right now this is what it is, but if it changes, I will let you guys know so that everything is congruent with what we're doing here tonight, because this originally started for something else, and we just kind of changed it to a generic group because I am going to be providing coaching and training for the industry as a whole. So anybody is open to come to this. If you're getting value and substance from what I provide here tonight, then definitely I urge you to, or I ask a favor of you to just share the webinar with people. You can click the share button on the page, okay? Next thing is, if you haven't done this already, will be for you to come over here to my fan page. Actually, wait a minute. Let's see here. I did that wrong. What I want you to do is to actually go to facebook.com/UOP now. And then once you do that, you're going to come to my business page, which I don't think this is it. I can't tell if it's it or not. Facebook changed so many times. But once you come to the business page, no, this is not my business page. Hold on. 1 second before we get in and get busy. Let me see if I can open here because stuff is moving slow. Okay, let's close that. Let's close this. Firefox. We don't need this open. Let's see. That doesn't need to be open either. And let's close this. And let me see what's going on with Safari. Okay, close that too. We'll just close that. All right, so once you come over here to the page, basically what you're going to do is you're going to hover over the like button again, and then under notifications, you want to click all on, okay? Make sure all is on, and then you want to click on see first, okay? So basically what that's going to do is going to make sure that you're getting all of my notifications on my business page, because a lot of my business activity, I'm going to move it exclusively over to this page and take it off my regular profile. Okay, so any updates, live streams, or whatever I do is pretty much going to come from here, because I am going to be putting a lot of content again on this page, training, update videos, case studies, or what have you. So make sure that you do that if you haven't already. Again, go to facebook.com/UOP now. Now I am going to get off Facebook. And I'm going to pull up this PowerPoint, and then we're going to dig into the content. All right, so what we're going to talk about here tonight is advanced, well, basically, I'm going to call it simple marketing strategies, low-cost marketing strategies that you can implement immediately that will basically generate you traffic and leads to your business. Now, obviously, I did an advanced training Craigslist a few weeks ago. I'm not going to do that tonight, but I am going to give you an overview of how this works. And we're going to talk about solo ads and safe lists tonight as well. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to tackle each area of marketing specifically so that you will know what you need to do, or you will have an idea of what you can do to be able to generate leads. Now, my story really quick, I've been in the industry since 2006. Went from being broke, frustrated, burned out network marketer to becoming an expert at creating autopilot income online. Jumped from company to company, just like most people, trying to find my way, thinking I was doing things the right way. Didn't really have the proper mentorship or guidance in the beginning of my career. So because of that, I made a lot of errors and a lot of mistakes. So a lot of the things that I coach on or even train on is through experience and trial and error on my part. It's not something, it's not based on theory, or it's not based on something that I heard from someone else. Through all the hardships and everything else that I've had in this industry, I had my first breakthrough year in 2013, made six figures, retired my wife, generated well over two million, probably close to $2 million in the last 2 years from the comfort of my home. So well over $1 million plus in the last 2 years. Now, why am I qualified in addition to that? Because me just telling you that is, all gibberish, right? Now, I specialize in generating anywhere from 30 to 50 leads per day on autopilot when I'm actually in the lead building mode. You see here, this is how my account looked a few years ago when I first started really getting serious about lead generation and when I actually began to master it, okay? Here's what that same list looks like today, well over 38,000 people. Now, I have another autoresponder as well that I ended up having a transition from that autoresponder that has over 60,000 leads in that autoresponder. So if you add up the two together, and I can actually show you that if you really want to see it, but I have well over 90,000 contacts that I've built and generated over the last couple of years. Now, another reason why I am qualified to be able to train you is because during the course of my career, I've always been a top 20, top 10, top 5 recruiter. You see here, what I do is pretty much dominate leaderboards. Not me boasting and bragging, but I strive to be the best, and I've learned things that help me to stay atop of leaderboards regardless of what company that I am in on a recruiting side, okay? I also was voted the #1 internet marketer in 2014, okay? So there was a poll of marketers. There's a lot of great marketers that was on this list. A lot of them that I'm only showing the top 4, but I was voted #1 marketer in the world in 2000, internet marketer in 2014. That was the first and last year that I've seen that poll, okay? Now, what's separating you from making your fortune online? Now, you may have seen this before, but I am going to add something else to this and give you some live case studies and some live examples on how to do what I'm going to teach you here tonight. Now, what's separating you from making your fortune online? Hold on a second, guys. Let me get a drink of water. Excuse me. #1, some people aren't focused enough, or you may not be focused enough. You may think that you are focused, but in reality, you may not be. I see so many people join these different companies, and just joining every single thing every single week and talking about multiple income streams. Now, there's a fine line between multiple income streams and multiple streams of no income, right? And I want you guys to catch what I said. There's a fine line between actually generating multiple streams of income or generating multiple streams of no income, okay? And you got to be very careful, because if you are trying to establish yourself as an authority, as the man or woman, or as the expert in your company, in your field, or whatever it is that you're doing, all right, if you're going to be adding different income streams to your portfolio, you have to make sure that they make sense. You got to make sure that they complement each other and not going to cause confusion between you and the people that you're marketing to. And also, you have to make sure that it's not going to overwhelm you, because most people take on other projects before they master one project, right? And if you are in network marketing, which most of you guys are, right, you don't want to be trying to join different companies that involve recruiting, and you couldn't recruit in the first company, then you go and join another company that you got to recruit in, and then before you know it, you're in 4 different companies that involve recruiting, and you begin to overwhelm yourself and create all this added stress, unnecessary stress, and you find yourself not going anywhere. One of the secrets to success is actually being focused, finding your focus, okay? You have to be focused, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to hear me talk about that a lot. I want to make sure I didn't lose the webinar. Hold on a second. Okay, cool. All right. So you have to be focused, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? The secret, one of the secrets to success is being focused. When I stopped trying to be like everybody else that I may have admired in the industry for whatever reason, all right, and I learned to be myself and to operate in my strengths and stay in my lane, is when the breakthrough happened for me in the industry. And then once I mastered the art of becoming an expert and generating an acceptable income with one thing first, then I began to add every other things in. Now, for example, right now, I do have a network marketing company, which basically, it's in the e-com business. Okay, e-commerce. They have a network marketing element piece to it. Okay. Now, in addition to that, I do have another program that I'm affiliated with that promotes internet marketing training. Okay, so that complements each other. Now, another thing that you may see me post about on social media will be Forex trading, even though that is not relative to network marketing at all. However, it is another way that I earn income. Okay. I also do some affiliate programs as well that I don't post on, but they all make sense. For example, I get paid from GetResponse every single month, which, if you don't know what GetResponse is, it's an autoresponder service that people need to be able to generate leads. I also get a check from Aweber every single month. It complements because it's a tool that people need to build their business. I also earn income from my own products that I have created, right? It all makes sense, and it works together cohesively. However, what wouldn't make sense is for you, for example, to be in one health and wellness company, and then you go and try to join another health and wellness company before you built the first health and wellness company, and now you're trying to build and recruit for two different health and wellness companies, and you're stressing yourself out, right? Because most people don't have the skills nor the time to be able to do that. So you got to be focused, because if you're not focused, it's not a clear indication that you actually have vision, for yourself and your business. And if there's no vision, people are not going to take you serious. Number two, all right, you exude negative energy, right? You got to make sure that whatever you're posting, being new, okay, you cannot pay attention to people that have been doing this longer than you, because you are trying to get noticeable, okay, or notice, right? You are trying to get visible online. So everything that you do at this point is critical, right? Your energy should always be positive. You should always be, giving value, sending words of inspiration from your posts, something that's going to get people engaged, something that's going to inspire people, something that may even teach somebody something every single day to establish a solid foundation for your brand. You're going to have to do this. You absolutely cannot exude negative energy on your posts, all right? Now, being controversial with some things to create engagements, that's one thing. That's a whole nother topic of discussion and a whole nother training. But being negative, talking about, your baby daddy didn't pay his child support, or, talking about your spouse. I've seen this stuff on social media. I'm not making this up. You can't bash your spouse on social media or whatever, cussing people out, talking about how bad men and women are, or whatever. Don't do that stuff, right? Keep your personal life personal, all right? Now, at some point, it is a good thing to expose, the good things about your personal life that you feel comfortable with sharing. You don't want to get too personal, but if it's something negative happening in your life, you want to keep that, to yourself. Don't be on Facebook talking about you lost your job and you need money, and then the next day you're talking about, hey, you can make 6 figures with me in my business, right? Because now people are confused. They're not going to take you serious, because yesterday you was talking about you lost your job and you need money, and now today you're talking about, hey, join me, you can make 6 figures with me. Does that make any sense? Does that inspire you, right? Would you join someone that did something like that? This is a question for you guys to answer. Type in the comment box. Question box, I meant. Type in the question box. Absolutely not, right? Because it's confusing. You're sending the wrong message to your audience. Thanks, Oksana. I don't see anybody else commenting. Are there other people on here? Are you guys still here? Can you comment? Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. You haven't incorporated personal development in your life, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have to, okay? It is very essential that you make personal development a part of your life on a daily basis. All right, you hear this so many times, and not many people take it seriously for whatever reason, and that's fine, I guess. Okay, but personal development has to be a part of your life and a part of your business. Okay, it's kind of like you if you go to church and you're spiritual, you're reading the Bible, right? You read the Bible so that you can feed the spirit man, right? So that you can keep that part of your life, okay, grounded and rooted, so that you don't go back carnal and go crazy, right? Right? Or you eat food, you know, so that you can have the proper nourishment for your body. You'll have energy. You know, the same thing with personal development. You incorporate personal development so that you can nourish your subconscious or your conscious or the inner man or your brain or whatever you want to call it, so that you can be able to sustain all of whatever we go through as entrepreneurs on a daily basis, right? It's also going to help you to develop and transform into the person that you desire to be, right? Or transform into the person or the leader that people desire to follow. It's going to also help you develop certain skills that you would not normally be able to develop on your own, right? It's going to help you change your language, the way that you think, because you have to understand that when you first start your business as an entrepreneur, you are transitioning from a corporate America mindset, more than likely. Most people that join a home business have had a job at some point, right? We all have had jobs. We've come from a job, and we're used to being an employee. So we have to shift our mindset from employee to employer, in a sense. Okay. Now there's certain pieces to that to where you could say, hey, you want to work your business like you work a job if you were a good employee, right? You want to get up every day, you want to have a set schedule, and you want to go hard on your business like you go on your job. But on the contrary, you have to be able to properly manage your time. You have to be self-sufficient and understand that you're not going to always have somebody standing over you telling you what you need to do, right? You got to be able to do that yourself. Are you coachable? Are you listening to the people like myself that took the time out to do this webinar for you and to really give you strategy on how to be able to build your business? Are you applying what your coaches that have done what you're trying to do, that have the results that you want, right? Are you going out to apply what they taught you to be able to create extraordinary results? You are afraid to take risk, right? The reason why I'm able to create the income that I create, guys, is because I'm not afraid to take risk, okay? The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Now, obviously, my risks are very calculated. You don't just want to be doing crazy stuff, right? You got to be smart with your risk taking. However, you cannot be afraid to take them. You don't plug into the system, whatever the system is. Every company has a system, okay? Doesn't matter what company you're in. Every company has a system, and you have to find out what that system is and how it works and how you can make it work for you, okay? That is very important. Whenever I join any company, I find a simple system, right? A simple system that I can implement on a daily basis to get results. And if it's simple, keyword, simple, then I can teach it to other people so that they can get the same results that I'm getting, okay? You have to stay plugged into the system in your community, okay? You focus on excuses, not solutions, okay? Some people focus on what they can't do or what they don't have or the results they're not getting instead of what's the solution to the problems that you currently have. Why aren't you getting results, and what can you do to improve upon that so that you will get results next time? I don't dwell on what I can't do or what I didn't do, right? I dwell on, or I focus more on what I am going to do to improve upon my situation, or to make tomorrow better than today, or to make next month better than this month, right? Regardless, set the bar for yourself, okay? Make sure you have a high standard of thinking. You're distracting your team members when they're doing well. I see this happen a lot. I see people get started in businesses. They do well, right? They bring people into a business, And before they even get the ball running, now all of a sudden you're doing something else. Again, it has to make sense, right? For no reason. Some people just like trying to catch the wave of new things, right? And again, I'm not judging anybody that does that, but I want you to really think about this for a moment, okay? Because everybody is not you, right? Everybody is not you. Everybody cannot do what you do. And it's plain and simple. And I had to accept that reality myself and understand that everybody cannot do what I do, right? I can do something now. For example, I can jump into another company right now and be able to build it. But most people that you bring into your space, if you have any level of experience, you cannot sign them up for one network marketing company and then the next couple of weeks you say, hey, we're going to do this too, right? Because most people don't have that level of skill to be able to manage two businesses, right? Let alone the time to be able to do that. So if you see your team members doing well in one company, allow them to be able to do that. And if you decide to do something else, okay, and if you're not obviously leaving that company on bad terms, right, then you do whatever you do in the background without distracting your team members with the next shiny object, okay? Not enough people trust you. This is very important, all right? Most people struggle online with recruiting because people don't trust you, okay? And some of the things that I've talked about up until this point are some reasons why people would not trust you. If you're not focused, guess what? People are not going to trust you. If you exude negative energy, guess what? People are not going to trust you. If you don't have an incorporated personal development, you're probably going to be negative. You're not going to be focused. Guess what? People are not going to be not going to be too keen to trust you. You focus on excuses. People are not going to trust you. If you have not created tangible results that people can actually see, people are not going to trust you. You have to have vision, right? Vision. Even before you get the result, you got to have vision before the result comes. And if there is no vision, then there will not be any results. You should have a clear and concise business plan written down, okay, that you're going to implement over the next 6 to 12 months, right? What is your plan? What is your vision for your life? You should know what that is, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody on here should know what your goals are for the next 60 to 90 days or the next 6 to 12 months. What are your goals? Okay? What are your goals? What's your vision? How are you going to gain the trust of the people? And one of the ways for you to gain the trust of the people is obviously to have clear intentions on where you're going, which basically means you got to have vision. You got to have focus, right? And another way for people to gain the trust of the people is for you to give content, for you to give value, right? Value. And value is simply because I know you probably hear that a lot, and you may not even know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to break it down in these terms, okay? Is my audio going in and out? Can y'all understand my audio is going in and out? Okay? But I'm going to break it down for you in these terms, okay? Value basically means, okay, you are educating people on something that they may or may not know, okay? Value can be something to the effect of what I am doing right now, okay? What I'm doing right now. You can take this same content, you can take some cliff notes or whatever from this webinar and repurpose this content, create a short video, put it on YouTube and teach people what you have learned from this webinar. The internet, ladies and gentlemen, when I learned this and when I realized this, sometimes we can be over analytical and overthink things, right? But when I learned that the internet is nothing but a bunch of recycled content, okay, that's when the light bulb went off for me, right? That's all it is. It's a bunch of recycled content, okay, summarized by other people in their own words. And in some cases, people will receive it better from other people, right? Someone can come and teach on the same thing that I'm talking about, and you'll get something else from it, right? Because maybe they conveyed the message differently or better. Who knows, right? But that's what value is, because the more you teach, the more you reach. Write that down. The more you teach, the more you reach, right? And if you're not teaching your audience, they're going to go and learn for someone else. You're too comfortable with lack. Some people are too comfortable with being on food stamps, too comfortable with being on Section 8, too comfortable with not having enough time freedom, too comfortable in living wherever they're living, or doing whatever they're doing, or allowing the daycare system to raise their kids, or comfortable with whatever, right? Because here's the thing. If you really are fed up with whatever your situation is, because everybody's not broke, right? Some people have money, they don't have a lot of time. Or some people have money, but they just hate their job. Whatever the case is, then you will be doing a whole lot more to get out of their situation, right? If you're not comfortable, right, you'll be doing a whole lot more. You'll be taking a whole lot of action, okay? Your habits don't reflect the income that you desire. This is another big one, all right? If you desire to earn a six-figure income, then obviously your habits have to reflect the income that you desire. Because if your habits don't match up with the income that you desire, guess what? You will never produce it. You will never produce it. You can talk about it all day long about, hey, I want to be a six-figure income earner, or hey, I want to earn seven figures. But if you don't have the habits of a six or seven-figure income earner, guess how much money you're going to make? You're not going to make that much. Okay? This is what personal development is all about, ladies and gentlemen, because the people that you're listening to, in most cases, on a personal development CD or a call or whatever, these people have made 6 and 7 figures, right? Or some even 8 figures or 9 figures. So those are the speakers that I'm listening to, because it's always something that I get from them that I can incorporate in my business that will help me better, right? That will keep me on my A game, so that I can learn the habits of people that have already done what I desire to do. So again, make sure your habit levels match up. Team duplication and leverage. Again, this is all about the system. This is all about the process, okay? If you find something, this is what's very important, because I remember way back when, it's a long time ago, when I first learned how to recruit and I got really good at it, right? I heard this from a speaker, and they said that whatever you do, whatever the process is, you want to write that process down, right? You know, and it sounds crazy maybe, but you want to write the entire process down, all right? And you want to simplify it so that the newbie can duplicate whatever it is, or come very close to replicating whatever it is that you're doing to get the results that you're having, right? And this is what I'm going to tell you here tonight. If you get good at getting a customer in your business, or if you do something to get a customer, whatever the process, the steps that you take to get a customer, you want to write that entire process down. If you recruit 2 to 3 people a month, or 4 to 5 people a week, or whatever in your business, you're getting results. You want to write that entire process down, because sometimes some stuff we do can be a little bit complicated, right? Or you may not even know what you did, okay? You may not have really even paid close enough attention to really know exactly what it is, what you did to be able to get the results that you've gotten. So I challenge you to pay more attention to what you are doing and write that entire process down, dumb it down, simplify it, so that you can pass it on to your team members so that they can duplicate your process, okay? Teach it to them, okay? Another important thing that's keeping you from making a fortune online is you're not sharing your story enough. And again, sometimes we think that our story is not big enough. Sometimes we think, right, that we have to have this extravagant story of us, you know, being homeless or whatever, and making 7 figures online. You don't have to wait, right, until you start making 6 or 7 figures to start sharing your story. Share your story now, right? Say, hey, you know, I was a broke bank teller, whatever, and I joined the business because I was looking for a way to be able to create an extra, you know, $1,000 or $2,000 per month from home. Since joining the industry of network marketing in my company, blah blah blah, I'm able to create an extra few hundred in my business right now. But I'm definitely on my way to meeting my goal of earning an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month. And I've also been able to do this, do that, whatever, right? Whatever. All right, because one thing that I learned about people, especially in this day and age, because people have been lied to or are being lied to daily on a constant basis by marketers, right? Right now, people are looking for real folk. Okay, and I hope you don't mind me saying that, but people are looking for real folks, right? They're tired of all the fluff. They're tired of all the lies that people are telling, right? They just want you to be real with them. And by you being real with them and keeping people abreast to what your results are or your progress, it will draw more people to you than it repels. So you should, okay, start your own show, whatever it is, okay, on Facebook Live or whatever you're comfortable with doing, right? And keep people updated to what your progress is. People love seeing progress, and you may not see, right, the initial return immediately when you first start doing this, because sometimes when we do stuff, we expect, right, overnight success sometime from our Facebook Live. It's because we only got 1 or 2 people on, right? Or we do a webinar and we only got 10 people on, right? And then we don't want to do it no more. But if you stay consistent with whatever you're doing, right, and whether you're blogging or not, you start blogging as well, which we're going to talk about that too, right? And you share your progress while blogging, and you keep pumping that content out and sending people to your blog. It's going to create such a compelling story for your audience that once, okay, everything else catches up to what you did from when you started that, right, your results are going to be unbelievable, okay? Now, let's talk about what's a solo ad. Now, a solo ad is when you pay someone to email their list of database of subscribers that they built, okay? What do you need to get started, okay? You need a small marketing budget. Now, a solo ad is one of the easiest ways for you to grow your list. And basically what you're doing is you're renting someone else's email list. Okay? They've built it. Normally, traditionally, in solo ads, you will find these popular in the work at home, make money niche. Okay? You also need 2 email accounts when you're doing solo ads, in some cases. Okay? Depending on what kind you're doing, which I'll talk about that here in a minute. You need a lead capture page. Now, one thing about solo ads, if you're going to jump into solo ad marketing, you do not want to send people to a company page that does not allow you to capture the lead. Okay, I will show you an example of that now before I go to my next topic. Okay, so we're going to jump over here and let me show you an example of a capture page. Let me see. Okay, this is an example of a capture page here. You see name and email. So a capture page basically, collects the name and the email or just the email address before they see whatever's on the other side. So you don't want to give away the kitchen sink. For example, let's pretend, okay, that this person, you're promoting NewYorkTimes.com, okay? NewYorkTimes.com is the website that you want to go to learn about your business. Want to do a solo ad and send people directly to the website, because you have to remember that you are paying for this. Okay? You're paying for this. So you don't want to give away the kitchen sink before you get their information, because what ends up happening is most people come to this website and they'll click off the website, right? They'll click off, or they scan it or whatever, the kids start crying or whatever, right? And they have to go away, right? And therefore, you just lost a lead that you could potentially follow up with and drip feed on to build a relationship and rapport with and be able to monetize later on. So you want to make sure that you're able to capture that lead, name and email first, or email only, however your capture page look first, before you give them the information that's on the back end. That's relative to whatever your offer is. Okay, let's go back over here to this. Okay. So that's an example of a capture page. Okay, lead capture page. Autoresponder, highly recommended. Again, your autoresponder is your list of subscribers, your database that you own for life, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot tell you how vital it is to have an autoresponder. Like, this is probably one of the most important things to the longevity of your business, right? Regardless of what type of business you're doing. Because people, when they come to your website, you have to understand, I'm going to say this again, that everybody is not going to join your business right away. They're just not going to do it. So if they don't do it, right, then did you capture that lead? First of all. And if you did capture that lead, now you're able to follow up with them, send them additional information on your business, send them information when you're doing a webinar about your business, send them other offers that you may promote, right? Send them whatever, because they may not even be interested in your business too, right? So if they're not interested in whatever you're doing at that time, if you do something similar, you can email them as long as they remain a subscriber on your list. Like a lot of you guys that's on this webinar here tonight, you're on my list, right? And I sent you an email about a free webinar that I'm doing, and that's how you landed here today, right? Everybody's building a list. Walmart is building a list. Best Buy is building a list. Whenever I buy something, I bought some computers from them over the weekend, right? They save my email address and they email me, right, other things that they think that I may be interested in, okay, because I was a previous paying customer, okay? Why shouldn't you do that if you see these billion-dollar companies doing the same things? Is this making sense? I want to make sure this is making sense because I am going to do a segment to where I talk about specifically list building, but I just want to give you an overview of what I'm talking about tonight. Okay, cool. Solo ad resources. Now, solo ad resources, obviously there's a lot of them out there, but I'm going to share with you a couple that I use, okay? Now, info on solo ads or intro to safe list solo ads. This is one of the oldest methods out here. Honestly, I don't even know if some of these sites are still even live, to be honest with you. But with a safe list, you will need 2 email addresses. And the reason why I said that is because if you sign up for a safe list, you can do this for free. However, through my testing, advertising for free in a safe list is not effective at all. It's just not. So I'd rather just do the paid ad because, you know, people with the free safe list, they have 2 email addresses. They have the one email address for where all the spam goes, right? Because with the safe list, you are going to need 2 emails because they are going to email you a whole bunch of spam, right? Or a whole bunch of promotion emails from other marketers. So you don't want to use your main email address when you're signing up for a safe list. Please don't make that mistake. Do not use your primary email address when you join a safe list. Create a new email account just for that. Actually, 2 new email accounts for that so that you're not getting all these emails in your primary email address, okay? Next thing is, a safe list is a place where marketers agree to receive advertising emails. That's all what a safe list is. Make sure you don't use your primary email. I talked about that. Create 2 new email addresses just for safe lists, right? You can have one that they're going to ask. I think it's going to say your primary email address. And then the other one would be the one where you would just receive the promotional email. Now, most people, the smart marketers, obviously, everybody's not seeing this training. So I'm going to teach you this strategy. They just create 2 email addresses. They don't never read the stuff that comes in their email, right? They just don't. Okay? Especially the free stuff. But the people that are new, their primary email address would be their real email address. And if you are to do a paid ad on these safe lists, it goes to their primary email address. If you do the free email send with this, it goes to the promotion email that they set up for this, the one that they don't read, okay? Paid ads on safe lists perform better. Solos are normally cheap. That's the only reason why I'm recommending this. Now, one thing about paid advertising, anywhere, it is going to be trial and error. You are going to have to test things. Okay, let me get a drink of water. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. You're going to have to test. You can't just do it once and say it don't work. Okay, it's going to have to be a whole lot of testing involved with your marketing. Which once we start training on this, I'm gonna really show you how to do it. I can't do it tonight because the webinar would be too long. Okay. Now, here's some safe list solo ad resources. EuropeanSafeList.com. I honestly don't know if that one is still live, but you can test it and see. Okay. ActiveSafelist.com. These are ones that I've used. TrafficG.com. GotSafelist.com. GlobalSafelist.com. SafeLister.com. SafeListXL.com. Okay, those are the ones that I've used. Honestly, I have not checked them in a while. But those are the most popular ones out there. Some may still be up, some may not be up. It's free to register. And a solo ad, I know, was a European Safe List at the time was like $7. All right, to be able to do a mailing with them. Actually, let's see if they're still up. Now, let's see, European Safe. All right, you really don't hear about this stuff no more. But yeah, it's still up. Okay, they have over 16,000 members that you can mail to. Okay, I don't remember what my login is. Probably. Let's see. That's not it. Okay. All right, there it is. So, a special offer you upgrade kind of silver, blah blah blah. Like, there's some of these like when people log in, you can buy these ads for these type of pages as well. Again, I will not spend a whole lot of money on here. All right, I wouldn't do anything beyond what I'm teaching you on this webinar. Okay, because I don't even know how active this site really is right now. But pop-up ads, if it makes sense, do it. Solo ads here. You see that it's $12.50. Okay, to send to 16,000 people. Now that's worth a shot to try. Okay, if you got a good offer, you have a good landing page or capture page. Okay, to be able to capture some leads, I would give it a shot and try it. Now the thing about this though is you will have to write your own email body. Okay, for the ad. Okay, and try the other ones as well. Again, it's worth a shot. Again, with any paid advertising, it is trial and error. You will have to test a lot and track, okay, especially when you're doing paid advertising. You want to make sure you're tracking clicks, opt-ins, and all this stuff so that you know your traffic coming from to see how it is performing, which, again, we'll talk about that deeper another time. Now, other popular resources for solo ad directories are soloadsx.com and uoptraffic.com. Okay, now I'm going to show you both of these here now. Okay, now solo ad X here. Are you all enjoying this training? Are you getting value from this training here tonight? Let's see. All right, let's see. He got a lot of pop-ups on here. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right, so he has a lot of pop-ups on here, but normally this guy rates pretty good solo ad people here. I used to buy traffic from him or this site here at Nolan. Used to be pretty good, you know, but it looks like the vendors pretty much went down. Okay. Now, uoptraffic.com is another site that is becoming popular, which is Udemy, right? And basically, the reason why I like this site is because it has all of the world's, or at least most of them anyway, a lot of great guys with big lists that you can buy solo ads from. So this is probably the one that I would go with if I was you, because you're going to get more bang for the buck. You can register to this site for free, obviously, and you get a whole lot more information. Now, this guy here, he has a pretty big list. Actually, let's log in. Let me show you this. Let's just show you how this works. All right, let's get rid of this. All right, let's see. When you come in here, it has main channel. This is something new they just did. All right, so you can see what's going on here. Obviously, they talk, they give you specials, they tell you what's going on, etc. If you click on solos, money. Oh, nice. Okay, this dude cancel my solo ad. Interesting. Okay, but anyway, um, solo deals. And when you click on that, high converting tier one Udemy special offer. When you click on them, normally you can get information about whoever it is you're buying the solo from. Now, one thing about solo ads is you don't want to jump out there buying, 1,000 clicks out the gate unless you just got money to throw away, right? You want to start off small, like 100, 150, 200 subscribers, right? I mean, 200 visits. And these are guaranteed visitors to your website. You want to generally look for a 30% opt-in ratio with your capture page, right? If you're not getting 30%, either something is wrong with the traffic or something is wrong with the clicks, right? This is where you want to start. Now, this guy is charging 63 cents per click. I don't know if I will buy that from him, but this is a pretty good price for tier one traffic. However, it's not a whole lot of information on how big his list is. Okay, so I will probably ask him, how many subscribers do you have on your list? And I'll probably ask him to send me a screenshot to prove how many subscribers he have on his list. If he only have 5,000 subscribers on his list, I'm probably not going to buy traffic from him. Okay, get high quality traffic, 17 cents an hour or whatever. Again, I will ask this person the same thing. Let me see how much their clicks are. 39 cents a click is pretty good, right? So I will probably do 200. You say you do 200 visitors for $81. That's good. Obviously, you have to write your own copy in most cases. Sometimes they'll do it for you, and you just kind of test, okay? Trial and error, test, okay? Because when you run a solo ad, again, you cannot expect, especially depending on your offer, for you to get a whole lot of sales conversions on the front end. My whole idea behind, solo ads is basically to build my list, right? To build my list and to nourish that list and to sell them on the back end. Now, depending on what you're in, maybe you'll be able to sell them on the front, but it all depends. Now, it looks like they're not showing the list size anymore on here, right? But this guy has over like 30 to 50,000 leads on his list. But you can contact them and ask if you really want to be specific about how many subscribers they have on there. You can just click this to chat, and then you're able to send a message here, like, how big is your list? Right? Maybe he'll respond now. Who knows? But that's what I would do. But like I said, guys, you have a lot of options here, right? You can find solo deals. Again, a whole lot of solo ad providers here, more than any other site out there. And I believe Udemy vet these people before they come on here, right? So they're not going to let anybody come on here and scam you out of your money, right? If there's something wrong with your solo ad, you can contact them, let them know that, hey, this is robot traffic or whatever, and you'll be able to get your money back. Like you see, I have this credit here in my account that I just saw a minute ago. But this is a pretty cool site, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I love it. When I buy traffic and solo ads, because people ask me this all the time, this is where I go. And the reason being is because I have a diverse of people that I can buy traffic from and test traffic before I scale up. Once I test the traffic and the traffic is good, again, you don't want to buy traffic blindly, meaning that you don't want to buy traffic and not know how well it's converting. This is why you want to track. Even if you don't have an advanced tracker, you can use Bitly. Okay, use Bitly to track the clicks to make sure that you're getting 200 clicks. If you buy 200 clicks, use a bit.ly. This is the simplest way to do this right now, right? And then you should have 200 clicks. Okay, and it'll tell you what's unique and what's not unique. Okay, there's other sources that we'll get into later on that track a little bit better than that, but that's a start. Okay, but once you see that the traffic is converting, then at that point you want to come back to that provider, whoever it is, and then you can scale it up and buy 1,000 clicks or 2,000 clicks or whatever if it's converting with whatever offer that you are promoting. But it's critical, and it depends on the offer that you're promoting, how well it would do in solo ad marketing. Does that make sense? Okay? Does that make sense? I want to make sure it makes sense. I don't want y'all to go out here buying stuff and be like, hey, it's not converting. Because that's going to depend on the offer. Okay? Some offers convert better than others on solo ad marketing. Now, health and wellness companies, I'm telling you now, they don't really convert well with solo ad marketing. You know, if you sell the product. Now, if you have a killer marketing system with a make money, whatever on the back end, that will convert. All right, but you just got to do things differently if you're promoting a health and wellness company, for example, with solo ads. You know, you may want to have a page, you know, learn how you can earn, you know, $500 to $1,000 a week from home drinking tea or drinking coffee or whatever, right? And then when they opt into the page, I wouldn't send them to my company video. I would have a video of myself. Hey, this is so-and-so. I want to thank you for requesting information on how you can drink coffee and get paid. In your email, here's what I want you to do. I know you probably heard this before, or you're probably tired of getting all these different emails from different people, whatever, that may view you as a number or something, right? Put a spin on it. But I sent you an email on how you can get more information. My information below, you can call me, we can talk or whatever, you know, and find out if this is a good fit for you, right? That just puts a whole new spin on it if you have a sandwich page or a gateway page before you send them to the offer. Because normally when people opt into a capture page, right, the people who are average, they just send them directly to the offer, right? But the people who take things to the next level, they go above and beyond the norm, and they may have a sandwich page. I just gave you all a six-figure idea right there, right? They take them to a sandwich page, tell a little bit about themselves. They sell themselves before they send them to the offer, right? They sell themselves before they send them to the offer. If you do that, you will have more conversions than the norm. I promise you, okay? Let's see here. Coming back here. Keep in mind that this is a tax deduction. You don't want to set unrealistic expectations. Like I said, you have to test. Testing is critical. Your number one goal when running a solo ad or any advertising is to generate the lead first. All right, if you get any sales on the front end, that's a bonus. But the main objective is to capture leads. If you have an autoresponder especially, is to capture leads. Then once you get to lead, you want to focus on nourishing them to ultimately get them to buy. Most of your sales will come through follow-up. I talked about that, through the nourishment and you giving value and compelling them and giving them a reason to buy. If you don't have an autoresponder, don't do paid ads, plain and simple. That's important. If you don't have an autoresponder, don't waste your money doing paid ads right now, because basically you're just throwing money away. Only do tier 1 traffic if you're purchasing guaranteed click or more expensive solos. English-speaking countries only. Now you can do tier 2 traffic as well, but depending on what you're promoting, you may want to stick to tier 1 traffic, which basically is going to be US, Canada, UK, and whatever. Only English-speaking countries. Here's sample ad copy. Okay, make money on eBay, no recruiting required, etc. You see this? Okay, now obviously this is relative to an offer that I'm promoting, but yours may be a little bit different. Okay, but it's just an example of what copy would look like. Here's another sample copy that anybody can use, right? Super quick and easy. I actually snagged this from somebody else. I just found a way to make some extra money every month. It's simple and it doesn't require a lot of time. You'll love it. Check out the video. It explains it all really well. Click here to watch the video. You are selling the click in your email, ladies and gentlemen. You are not selling the opportunity. Remember that when you're running solo ads, you are only selling the click if you have to write the copy. Even if you are promoting to your list, you are selling the click in the email. You are not selling the opportunity. Notice I did not say anything about what my company is in the email. I didn't say what it's about. I didn't say much, if anything, right? I just created enough curiosity to sell a click, and obviously this copy here converted really well for me. More sales copy. Newbie marketer rate since $2,500 weekly, effortlessly, see proof inside. All right, and newbie makes well over $2,500 a week with no list and no prior experience. See proof here. He did it all on Facebook for free. Wowzers. How would you like to earn autopilot commissions in your sleep without recruiting? Start recruiting today. That's hyperlink, the stuff that's blue, whatever. Didn't tell them what it's about. Didn't go into too much detail. Sold the click. All right. Now I'm not going to go through the purchase process because I already just showed you that pretty much. But now we're going to talk briefly about Craigslist because I do have another training on this. All right. Now, Craigslist should be in your portfolio as well because, again, a few years ago, I used to do this a lot, extensively, because I didn't have a lot of money to advertise, and a $25 ad would generate me a couple hundred leads every single time. Okay? Every single time, and I always got sign-ups from Craigslist. So I always exceeded my investment, by the lead quantity that I generated, and also by the number of sign-ups that I got per ad. Okay? Now, facts about Craigslist. Craigslist is the #1 classified website in the world. There's no arguing about that. Craigslist is very popular. This is an old rank, and I probably should have got another one. But they are actively always in the top 20 in the United States. The global rank is very high as well. They get a lot of traffic. All right. More facts about Craigslist. It's free. Well, it was free, but now it's paid. Okay. For you to advertise the way I teach you how to advertise. But there are some free sections. And also, it can be profitable if used correctly. Now we're going to jump over here, okay, to Craigslist again, because I did a training on this, and a few people have implemented that training, and they're having a lot of success on Craigslist. And again, I've done one before, and I'm going to do one again for you guys, and I'm going to show you some stuff that I use to do Craigslist. But tonight, I'm just going to show you really quick on where and how to advertise on here. Now, when I advertise on Craigslist, I mainly stay in the jobs section. Okay? Yes, I will send out a replay. I mainly advertise in the jobs section. And the reason why is because this is where most of your eyes are. Okay? E-Y-E-S. Eyes. Okay? This is where most people are viewing. They either are on the for sale section, right? Or they are in the job section. Okay? They're looking in the housing too. But most of the traffic is going to be here. So when you're advertising a business opportunity, even though Craigslist tells you not to do it, you're not supposed to do it, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I break their rules. Okay? We all do. The people you're looking for are looking for you, that are looking for you are in these sections. They may not even know they're looking for you at this time. When I first came across network marketing, I didn't know I wanted to do network marketing. I want you to think about this. Did you know you wanted to do network marketing? Did any of you, when you found out about network marketing or the home-based business industry, did you know that you wanted to do a home business? Most of you are going to say no, right? We didn't. We just stumbled across an advertisement that we saw somewhere, right? And then we was like, hey, that sounds cool. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I will do it. And then down there here, hold on a second, guys. So that's pretty much what happened to me. I was looking in a newspaper, classified section. We used to get the Sunday paper all the time. And I was looking in the classified section, the sales section. And I came across the network marketing opportunity. Didn't know it was network marketing until I got to the meeting. And from that point, I fell in love with the concept, and I've been hooked ever since, right? The same rule applies here, okay? I always advertise in the job section because these people are just looking to make money. Some people are only looking for jobs. Some people are looking for a job, but they're open to anything that will create income. I stay in the job section. Customer service section is the #1 search job section on Craigslist. Now, one thing about the customer service section, depending on what type of business you're doing, it may or may not be a good idea to advertise here. However, you will find some diamonds here inside of the customer service section, because sometimes you'll find stay-at-home moms that are looking to make extra money. You know, whenever I advertise in the customer service section, I typically get a lot of stay-at-home moms, you know, whenever they decide to join my business in this section. The downside about that is they're stay-at-home moms, and they typically have to run stuff by their husbands, and they may want to do it, but their husband may not allow them to do it. Okay, so that's the downside to that. Also, you will get a lot of tire kickers here. These people don't understand commission only. Okay, they don't understand being paid by commission. Okay, so they may get a little bit impatient with the process of what it really takes to make money with a home business. So you will have to do a little bit more coaching and development with these people in the customer service section. However, if you don't mind doing that and you're just looking to get leads and generate some traffic, and maybe you're targeting stay-at-home moms or what have you, you know, advertise here. You know, I recommend you try here and just see, you know, how well this section do with your offer. Now, another one of my favorite sections is sales. Now, the reason why I advertise in sales is because generally when people are working sales, they understand that you have to go out and talk to people, that you get paid based on production. If you don't produce, you don't get a check. They've already made 6 figures before or close to it. They understand that they're going to get paid, you know, commission only. They understand all of that, right? And they're open to it. So if your opportunity is a direct sales type model or sales model, they're cool with it. They understand commission. They understand being paid based on production. Real estate agents, they understand all that because also every day to make money. So you're going to get a great candidate there in these sections. However, you know, if you're new and you're not on your game, you know, you may not want to come here initially, right? So you want to advertise in these sections. So those 2 sections. Now, the great thing about Craigslist now is that I think everywhere is paid pretty much in the big cities. So with it being a paid site now, it eliminated all of the spammers, okay, at least most of them. Because when it was free, you couldn't even post here, right? I mean, it was crazy. Like every single day, you know, everybody, you know, like 50, 100, 500 people advertising a business opportunity on Craigslist. But now that you have to pay to play, not many people want to invest in their business, right? So now you don't have any competition. You're just competing with employers at this point, right? For the most part. Now, every now and then, you know, you may see somebody from a work-at-home business or whatever. You know, here, what is this? Oh, this is something else. Every now and then, you may see somebody with a work-at-home business on here. But other than that, I mean, you're pretty much good to go. Now, with Craigslist as well, when you post your paid ad, it lasts 30 days. However, probably on day 5, you're going to be pushed down to the other page. And typically, people don't scroll through the other pages. Okay? They only stay on the front page. So I generally run 1 to 2 ads a week. Okay? 1 to 2 ads a week. whenever I start the next ad, okay, I'm either going to renew the previous ad so that it shows back up on the front page, or I'm going to delete it and just do another one. But you don't want to have, not too many ads running simultaneously on Craigslist because it'll flag your account. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Because it'll flag your account. So I typically renew my ad every couple of days or once a week, depending on the lead flow that's coming in from that ad. Okay. Now, what I am going to do in this example is, before I go to the example, also another thing with Craigslist is that they changed their rules. Now, we used to be able to advertise pretty much anywhere in the United States. But now, excuse me, I'm getting a drink of water. But now you need to stay in your region. Okay, you have to stay in your region. If you go outside of your region, they're going to flag your account and your ads are going to get ghosted, which means that they're going to appear to be live, but they're not actually going to be live, and then, you got to start over. You don't want to do that. So you want to abide by their rules and staying within your region. It's as simple as, for example, I'm in Nashville. Now, everything over here in nearby Craigslist are areas that I'm able to advertise in, okay? I'm able to advertise in here, these areas over to my right and be pretty much safe. Now, if I'm going to run an ad in Nashville, I'm only going to put no more than 2 paid ads up at the same time simultaneously. So I may run an ad in Nashville, right? And then I may turn around and do a paid ad in Atlanta. And then I would just only have those 2 ads. I will only have those 2 ads running at the same time simultaneously only until they expire. Or I'll wait until next week and then I would renew those ads. Now, I just seen the question, what do you do about region zip codes? It's really simple because Craigslist asks for your zip code now when you try to post an ad. So what I would do for Atlanta, for example, I would do Atlanta zip code. That's all you got to do, Atlanta zip code, and they'll give you all of Atlanta zip codes. As simple as that, or whatever city zip code, and they'll give you a whole bunch of zip codes to choose from, right? That's all you have to do to get past that hurdle. Did that answer your question, Osana? But when you're posting an ad, go to jobs offered. You're going to choose whatever category. It's $25 per category. And then I'm going to click continue. And then obviously you got to type in your email. But what you want to do is ultimately create an account so you can just log in so you don't have to keep putting your email in. Right? And then Craigslist, they want a zip code now. So you may have to have that area zip code. And like I said, whatever area in your region, so we can place on other places with that region zip code. Yes. Yes, as long as you have the zip codes, you can post there. Okay? I answer those questions in a minute. So basically with this ad, I would do something like sales pros wanted 100K potential. I'm not gonna do this deep stuff now. I'm trying not to, but y'all kind of forcing me to do this because we're running out of time. Let me come back over here. All right. We're just gonna do a text ad tonight, and I'm gonna see. You want your ad to sound like a job, okay? Even though it's not one. You don't want to sound like a work-at-home business. So I will just all positions full-time and permanent. There's no cold calling, no door-to-door sales. It has to be relative whatever you're offering though. So don't put something in here that don't make sense. Experience. Let me see. Let's see. No experience required. Must be 18. Let's see. This is relative to my offer. This is relative. This is relative. Increase. I'll fix that. That's that. Gonna have experience. All right, so I look at job ads and I just kind of tweak. This is one way you can do it. Applicants must have experience working with people, strong work ethic, results driven for that leadership quality, reliable. We don't need that. Let's see here. Let's see. Fast growing company is looking for new let's see, team members, new team members in your area. Or you can say let me say representatives in your area. This is an entry level position with growth potential. Flexible scheduling. All right, I will do something like this. Okay, the users can contact me by no replies by email. Make sure you check no replies to this email. In this example, okay, but you can reply to your email and set up an autoresponder, a Craigslist autoresponder, which I show this in my Craigslist training on how to do that. But in this example, I'm not going to show you how to do it. We'll do another Craigslist training later. But you don't want to ever show your real email address. So you can use the CL mail relay, right? So when people reply to the ad, it'll show the Craigslist email, but it'll go to your real email. And then at that point, you can set up an autoresponder, which you can do that. Let me come over here because that's the wrong email address. Then you can come over here under settings. If it loads. But once you click on settings, I don't know if it's going to load. My Safari browser is acting up. But once you click on settings, you can set up an autoresponder. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Come under settings, and then once you scroll down, you want to turn the vacation autoresponder on. Okay. And once you turn it on, you can do the RE and dots. I forgot what you call those, honestly. And then from there, when people reply to the email, you can have an email similar to this. Okay. Thank you for your interest in acquiring a position with our company. I would never put my company name. I would just stay as vague as possible with whatever. Okay. We only have 10 positions available. Benefits we offer, and then put whatever your offer is. Competitive pay, flexible scheduling, 100K potential, daily pay, company give benefits, whatever. To apply to work with us, please go to your website at that point. Sincerely, HR department. Boom. That's it. You may want to also set up an email specifically for this. all right, so that you're not using your personal email. So I will set up an email so that the from name can say um, whatever your name, HR department, or you can just have your name responding, or um, at home careers, or whatever it is. Which in another Craigslist training, I'll show you that ninja stuff, how to do that. Okay, to where it makes sense, depending on what type of offer you're promoting, because there's a lot of things I can talk about that. But this will give you an idea on how to do that. And then once you do that, you can scroll down and then save changes. And once you turn it on, and then obviously another reason why you don't want this to be your main email, because now your vacation autoresponder on. So whenever somebody emails you or any email come, this message is going to be sent back to them automatically. So I have a new email specifically for that purpose. Okay. Now another thing that you can do, which I was going to talk about this tonight, would be to use mobile marketing, which I have a mobile marketing software that I am going to be coming out with in the next weeks. I was going to initially much with it today, but I think I'm going to wait a couple of weeks. It all depends on you, because um, I do need affiliates, which I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of affiliates, and I'm actually going to show you how it looks here in a minute. But here's the software here. All right, and there's no software out there that does what this does. Okay, but before I even talk about that, okay, applicants must have whatever. Then I'll say to apply for this position, please text apply to 615-219-1306. Right? That's my number. So whenever they text apply to this number, guess what's going to happen, folks? Do anybody know what's going to happen? All right. I want you guys to talk to me now. Do you know what's going to happen when they do that? All right. Now, while y'all talking about that, I'm just going to put contract. Actually, I'm going to put part-time. And then I'll put commission only, or you can do, depending on what you're promoting, you can do up to 30,000 annually. Up to means anything up to. That can be zero. That can be $0, or that can be 30,000. Okay, you do up to 30,000 annually, or you could be to be determined. Okay. Get rid of that. You don't want to show it on maps. And then you just click continue, and then you just go through the process. You don't need to add images here. We're just doing a simple text ad, and then you hit publish, and boom, you're done. Okay. That's your ad. It's a simple version. Okay. Here's what happened when they text this number. Okay. Yes, I get their number, but they're gonna add it to my text message list. Okay, which we're gonna talk about this. I was this and mobile marketing, not just marketing in general, but my daughter ended up we had to take her to the emergency room last night because she came across some nuts, some peanuts. I mean, some nuts, pecans or whatever. And she's very highly allergic to nuts. So we had to take her to the emergency room, and we were there like 4 hours. I'm like, I didn't really have time to really prepare it the way I want to. And then I thought about it. I don't want to rush it, the process, right? So, wow. Okay, so I didn't want to rush the process, so I didn't do it. I decided to do this, which this is probably better. But here's the software in general. I'm going to show it to you on this webinar, and I'm going to give you an opportunity probably next week or the week after that to become an affiliate and get on the front end of promoting it. Now, what happens is when people text this number, they're going to be added to my SMS list. You see I have 413 subscribers here. So this is like, this is congruent to you building a list in Aweber or GetResponse, but instead of you building a list in Aweber and GetResponse, you're building a list of mobile subscribers in UOP SMS Pro, which is actually more powerful than Aweber and GetResponse. Why is it more powerful than Aweber and GetResponse? It's more powerful because people spend at least 50% of their time throughout the day on their cell phone, as opposed to them checking their email. So if you have a way for you to market to people on the device where they spend the most of their time, then you more than likely are going to be able to get your message in front of those people a lot faster through this method. So as soon as they text this to this software is going to send them back a message immediately, okay? And we call those SMS campaigns, and I'm going to show you what one looks like. Okay, let's look at the video text. For example, all right, so apply, this word apply here is just a keyword, right? This is the number. And when they text apply, for example, to this number, whatever I type here is going to be sent to them. So I can say, hey, thanks for sending us a message. Positions are going away fast. If you want more information on how you can apply to work with us, please go to www.xyz.com. Boom. That's it. Okay? And guess what else you can do? You can also do follow-up messages like autoresponders, ladies and gentlemen. You can send one day after. Hey, did you take a look? You can do one 2 days after. You can constantly set up drip feed, autoresponder, SMS messages with this software. Okay? You can set up SMS messages with this software. Now, another thing that we've done with this, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not just for this purpose, because I understand that some of you all have other businesses that you're doing. You don't have to use this for Craigslist only or exclusively. You can use this for anything. Like if you have a team in your network marketing company, we allow you to upload your subscribers inside of here, okay, as long as you have permission to do so, obviously. But you can upload subscribers inside of our software, and you can send out team updates to your team in here as well. If you look here, you see that you can import subscribers in here as well. You can also send text messages. Once you build your list, obviously you can pick one number, and if you only want to text one number, right, you can send a text message to that one number from here, okay? Another thing that you can do as well is you can send voice broadcast, okay? We wanted to make sure we had that in here, so you're able to send voice broadcastings out to your leads that you generate on Craigslist, which basically means you can pre-record a message, right? And you can voice broadcast out to everybody on your campaign list, as opposed to you calling them manually. So imagine, okay, if you were to, have a team, for example. I use this a lot for team stuff, and I wanted to get a message out to them really fast. Instead of me having to, call up everybody individually, I can just record the message on my computer, okay, and I'm going to show you this. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, I can schedule it. Okay, I can pre-schedule it to go out at a specific time, or I can send it now. Okay, I'm going to choose the number I want it to come from. You can do an MP3, which is what I recommend, because the voice to text means that you can type the message voice to text, but it sounds like a robot, right? But we do have that there. Or you can record it yourself, and I upload my recording, and boom, I send it out to everybody on my list, or boom, I send it out to everybody on my team list, etc. Okay? So that's there. Another feature we just added, okay, is SMS inbox. What does this mean, Reginald? Okay, what does this mean? I'm going to give you all an opportunity. If you want to get it tonight, you can actually buy it tonight. I honestly didn't set up no page or anything for it because honestly, like I said, I've been in the hospital with my daughter, right? Family first. So I didn't have time to really do what I wanted to do, but I'm just going to show it to you. If you want it tonight, I can give you access to it tonight, and you'll be able to use it tonight, okay? Um, but another thing we set up, because we were doing business online, you don't want to have your personal phone number out there, right? With everything, because people are crazy, people stalk you or whatever. So if you send out a text message to anybody, for example, in your campaigns here, right? You have campaigns, marketing campaigns set up for different things that you're doing on Craigslist or that you're doing in SafeList or on social media. You can do the same thing on social media, folks. So instead of you posting your link, which Facebook hate links, right? But if you put your phone number, right, and say, hey, learn how you can make an extra $500 to $1,000 a week from home part time. Text um, part time to XYZ. 615-555-5555. Right? Facebook is not going to penalize you for that because it's not a link. It's all text. Okay, that's another strategy in itself, or a whole nother conversation. But if people reply to your number, you can actually have full-fledged conversations with people here, right? And this is what I mean, right? You see that you can have full-fledged conversations with your leads. So if they text you back, right, you're able to talk to them inside of the application as opposed to you talking to them on your phone or whatever, right? Giving out your real phone number, okay? So this is another cool feature that we just added. I figured that you guys will love, that you'll be able to have a full-fledged conversation with your leads inside of the box, right? Now, how much does this cost? Okay. Now, first of all, in order for you to send a message, text message, or a phone broadcast, it's only 1 cent. It's a little under 1 cent actually for you to do this. And here's why we doing this. Anybody know me? Some people think I'm crazy. Okay. All right, but I just want to give back because honestly, I can make a whole lot of money from this, charging you guys for to send text messages. But I'm not charging you to send text messages. I'm not making any money on you guys text messaging at all. Now, if you look at other companies out there that do something similar, I mean, they don't have all these features. Obviously, this is cutting edge. We even have a web widget. Let me show you this. We have a web widget, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we have a light box pop up that you can put on your blog, or we have a web widget to where you can put this on your blog as well, or you can just give them this link and they can subscribe to your list this way. You can build your team list this way, which again, we're gonna improve this even more as time go on, obviously. But we're not making any money when you send a text. We're giving you direct assets to the wholesale provider that sends the text messaging. And in order for you to send a text message in the United States and Canada, well, the United States, I can't speak for Canada, it's under 1 cent per text. It's 0.0075 cents per text. That is wholesale pricing, right? In Canada, it may be a little bit more or a little bit less. I cannot remember. But everywhere you send, it's wholesale pricing. You can send text messages with this software internationally. It is international. If you are international and you're looking at this, you can buy a U.S. phone number with this application and be able to market with a United States phone number with this application. Or if you just wanted to use this application to be able to communicate with people in the United States via text message, because it's cheaper as opposed to you texting with your phone number. You can do that, okay, for under 1 cent per text, ladies and gentlemen. So the price for the software, I was kind of going back and forth. Okay, I was going back and forth on how much I should charge for this. Okay, now I'm not making any money on the you sending text messages or phone broadcasts. The phone broadcast is the same price as whatever. You can also do picture messaging with this as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you wanted to send out, again, an update for your team, whatever, you can do picture messaging. It's a little bit more expensive, but the pricing and everything is on the website of the company that we use, okay? Now, initially, I was going to launch this software at $397, okay? $397. But I was like, I could sell it for that all day long and people would buy it. But everybody wouldn't be able to benefit from that. And I'm all about the little guy and the little gals, right? And I want to be able to serve the community on a massive scale. So then I was like, well, maybe I can do 197. I was like, well, still, you know, people will buy it, but there's people out there, you know, that I don't only want to cater to people that are making 6 or 7 figures, right? And I don't want to put a stretch on people's finances. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay. So then I was like $97. I'm like, well, that's still too much. And trust me, I paid I paid a lot of money to get this developed. So I came up with the price and I was going to do a monthly on it and I still may do it. But I'm going to limit this to a certain number of people. I don't know how many yet, but I'm going to offer this lifetime access. Okay, are you all ready? Lifetime access for $67. Okay, $67. Lifetime access. What that means is, okay, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it at this price, but for you guys that are on this webinar, and if you see the replay of this, okay, maybe you'll have a chance to be able to get it at 67. If not, if the price changed, then maybe you missed the offer. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to be able to serve everybody, not just a certain group of people, right? And I can sell it for a lot higher, and I may do that eventually. But right now, since we have not officially launched to the public yet, this is a pre-launch special. I'm going to offer it at $67 lifetime access. Now, this is going to enable you to come in and be able to use the software immediately. You're also going to be able to be an affiliate of this software as well, because trust me, when we open up the affiliate door and you start selling this and people see the value of this, which just like you guys see the value, I'm looking at the comments. Okay, I'm looking at the comments. Okay, other people are gonna see the value in it, and $67, we're gonna pay out 50% commissions instant for whatever price we sell it for when we launch. Okay, so if we sell it for $97 when we launch, for example, you're going to earn 50% commissions instantly via PayPal. So as soon as you sell it, boom, it's going to be paid to you instantly. So you're going to be on the front end of that. Or we may do something entirely different with it. I'm not sure, but trust me, we're going to launch it and people are going to buy it. So if you want this, okay, please send me a message on Facebook. I don't have a link to give you right now. Okay, but send me a message on Facebook and I will send you a way to buy the software. You got to give me 30 minutes to set the page up. Because honestly, I was not going to talk about this tonight at all, but I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to get this tonight because we are going to launch in a couple weeks. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to be an affiliate first before everybody else sees it. Okay, so that when you start promoting it and people see it, they're going to be buying from you, okay, as well, and we can share the revenue together and you make 50% commissions instantly. Okay, so whatever price I sell it at, you're getting 50% paid instant, okay? All right, so send me a message. Let me give you my link on Facebook, the one to go to facebook.com/UOP now and send me a message on there and tell me that you want the software if you want it, and then I will send you a link for you to get it tonight. And as soon as you pay, you'll be able to access the software immediately. You don't have to wait on me to set up anything. Okay, you'll be able to get it immediately. All right. So again, facebook.com/UOP now. Send me a message. This is my own page, so I don't know where the message thing is, but you'll see something where I say message somewhere on here. Send me a message, and then let me know that, hey, I want the software. Let me find somebody else's page. Let's go to Sandy's page, so I can see what it looked like. I don't know if you can message her though. I don't think she has me a message, right? So that's probably not a good page. Let's see. Let's see, Brian Finale. Let's see if Brian Finale has a way for me to message. But at any rate, I'm sure you guys have figured out. Send me a message on Facebook, and that's not his fan page. Let's see. Yes, please send me a message. Everybody send me a message. Here it is right here. So as soon as you go to my page, you're gonna see a message box just like this one here on his page. I can't see how it look because obviously I'm looking at my own page. But you'll see a message button. Send me a message. Say, hey, Reg, I want the software. And I will send you a link to purchase, and you will have lifetime access. Now, again, basically what that means is whenever we do any updates to it, you're going to be able to access everything for life because we're going to improve this even more so than what we already have. So you don't have to worry about having to pay anything extra ever for any upgrades. There were people that started with us a few weeks ago, and we didn't have this. We didn't have the SMS inbox at all, and we just added this in to the software to where now you can talk to your people inside the software, right? And we added this other feature in here as well that somebody asked for, which basically means, let's say, for example, you only want to send a message to one particular person, right? You can send messages to one particular person on your contact list instead of sending a message to everybody. Or if you only wanted to text this person and this person, right? Now I can check those two names, hit the send message, and now I'm sending a text message to only those two people, right? That's pretty cool. You can also, again, identify what's going on according to campaigns that you have set up, etc. Right? So again, if you want to send me a message and I will get with you. Panique, if you need it, send me a message. Don't be telling me to message you. You message me. But other than that, did you guys get value from the content that I shared tonight? I'm done. Did you guys get value from the content shared tonight? We're going to be doing these every week. Every week. Unless something traumatic happens. But every week. All right. So you all have a great night. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and we will see you next week. Take care. God bless.